Okay, I'm making this video to show you a couple of small details you may have missed in Crow's Perch. In fact, I was under the impression that I already had a video about one of them, since I recorded it years ago, I believe back in 2018 or 2019, but apparently I never actually talked about it, so better late than never, I guess. Starting with the first one, which is rather unfortunate, it happens only if the Bloody Baron is gone. It does not matter if he hanged himself or moved on with his wife, so long as Ardal is now in charge. Over here, at this crossroad, to the left, you can witness a small event. Apparently, the local soldiers are trying to rape the daughter of a poor peasant.
I'll pay you! Anything you want, just spare her, I beg you! No! Leave her be, you bastards!
You'll shut your trap if you want this to be done soon. The man needs to concentrate.
Your whoresons, all!
I said shut it! What are you looking at? Want to be next for a thrashing?
What's going on here?
Sir! Me daughter, help us!
My men need some diversion from time to time. They get jumpy elsewise.
Normally, I assume that people intervene to save her.
I can't let this happen. I won't.
Figured it might end this way. Get him!
In fact, even if we refuse, we can still decide to enter and begin the fight.
Asswipe!
Round behind!
A bit of bloody privacy to be had.
Round behind!
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But we could also turn a blind eye.
My men need some diversion from time to time. They get jumpy elsewise.
This is just not my business.
Clever man. Clever man. You'd fit right in if you cared to join us.
In that case, not only does the game make us feel bad about it, but if we return to the place a day or so later, we'll find the father still on his knees in front of the house, and inside, left on the ground, we can find the dead body of his daughter. Meanwhile, if we chose to save them, they will both be inside, alive and well. So that was the first thing I wanted to show you. For the second one, I'll have to thank a viewer of mine by the name of Wargmel. It was only thanks to him that I realized that there is a follow-up to a otherwise rather brief encounter in Velen. So right over here, not too far from the Devil's Pit actually, I talked about it a couple of videos ago, you can find a traveling merchant who is being attacked by his own guards.
A witcher! By the gods, help me!
Turns out they were actually ex-Temerian soldiers. Here's the dialogue.
Damn cheap guards! You get your coin's worth, even less. Thank you, Witcher. Where would I be without you?
Your guards run off.
Louts didn't get the chance, thank the gods. It's them you cut down, waited until we'd passed the last settlements, then attacked. And to think I made sure the scoundrels were well armed. We stood no chance against them.
Why'd you come all the way to Velen? Not many to sell to around here.
Well, there's the Baron. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Worth the journey just to sell to him?
We'd never have set course for these gods-forsaken lands if it wasn't. And we've not much competition. That's the upside. Thank you. Please, this was to be theirs at our destination. Now it's yours.
Now, here's a question. What is the meaning of this exchange?
Hiring thugs? Not a good idea these days. Need someone you can trust to guard a caravan.
I cannot afford to enlist anyone permanently.
Where'd you find these men?
Former Temerian soldiers, they claim to be. Of all people, I thought they'd know the trade.
Knew it all too well, in a way.
Thank you.
I suppose the merchant is referring to trade and economy being significant traits of Temeria in the past.
Of all people, I thought they'd know the trade.
I believe it says so in the books, and he's likely talking about that. But what about Geralt's response?
Knew it all too well, in a way.
Is he somehow implying that the Temerian people are traded away? In reference to how their king was killed and now the land is split between Redania and Nilfgaard? Or perhaps it's simply a reference to the fact that former soldiers became swords for hire? I'm not entirely sure. Let me know what you think.
Close your eyes.
Now, what I did not know was that sometime later you can meet this merchant in Crow's Perch, where he permanently sets up shop.
Do I look at all familiar, Master Witcher? My associate and me, you were kind enough to save us from the very guards I myself had hired, no less.
All right. Rings a bell now. Get to your destination all right?
We did, and we were lucky to, for the trade proved surprisingly robust. I've new goods now, if you're interested. Naturally, at a sizable discount, it's your due.
He doesn't sell too much, but still.
Show me what you've got on offer.
It takes several days for him to disappear from the location where you first met him, and then another few days for him to actually move to Crow's Perch. So if he's gone but you don't yet see him at the Baron's place, just go away and wait some more, he'll be there. And speaking of the Baron, I was under the impression that the encounter will go differently if the Baron is dead or gone. But it doesn't, even if Geralt actually saw him hang himself.
Why'd you come all the way to Velen? Not many to sell to around here.
Well, there's the Baron. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Worth the journey just to sell to him?
We'd never have set course for these gods-forsaken lands if it wasn't.
I suppose Crow's Perch is a good place to sell stuff, regardless of who's in charge. Well, for Velen's standards anyway, but as you can tell from the first detail, things definitely change for the worse now that the Baron is gone. Okay, I was about to end the video here, but why not insert another detail into it? Round them up to 3. Not sure if 3 is a round number, but you know what I mean. So, speaking of Crow's Perch, you remember the guy who had bowel issues and blamed it on the pellar?
He done conjured auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries, lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse, and he's got hardened pustules all over him.
Well, in a way, we can actually meet him right before this scene at the Baron's castle.
He's ploughing been in there an hour already. Must be strangling a girthy one. Don't waste your time. We've all been going in the bushes these last days.
What's more, if we help cure him...
Just so happens I need the Pellar alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Well, all in all...
Yes or no?
Fine. Let's hear it.
A tea of mullein leaves for his belly, and cover his boils with mallow. A few days and he'll be good as new.
Noted. But if it don't work, we'll be back. Move out, boys.
My old lady'll know. Got a knack for herbs, she does. The other shite, mallow, ought to have that too. Chops it, adds it to our milker's feed.
Edric's dumb as your milker. Should suit him. All right, let's get Edric, pull him out the shitter, stuff him full of herbs and see if he gets well.
And if he don't?
We'll visit the Pellar one last time.
He ends up leaving, and the outhouse can now be accessed. Meanwhile, if we just kill the people here and go back...
Herb mages pay top coin for the special bits of rare creatures. Wonder how much we'll get for his eyes.
He can once again be found inside. Funny little bug here is that you can actually force him to get out if you threaten him with a punch through the door.
Fuck off or I'll smash ya.
But yeah, that's all I had for you today. Let me know what you thought of all these things, and also if you know of any more curious details around this area.
What's that you're muttering?
Thank you very much for watching, Special thanks to the person who shared the merchant detail once again, as well as to all of my supporters and YouTube members. Okay, until the next video, stay tuned and be good.